Everybody, I want to welcome you to Component Studio 2. This is how to use the class template. I have already restored my backup game. It takes a while, so we're going to skip that step. And you can see it downloaded here. It says class template. Do not edit until downloaded. You can see the download right here. So what we're going to first do is rename it so I don't accidentally ruin my template. And this game is the one I'm making for the kids, and it is called Moon Magic Monthly. So I'm going to type that right in, and then I am going to go to right here, the tab right here. So in the Moon Magic Monthly, we have a bunch of different options. The first one I'm going to jump to right here is Font Palette. I've already added Aladdin in a couple more, but I wanted to show you how we're going to do that. We're going to add more fonts right here. And to see my name of my game, Moon Magic Monthly, you can type in a custom one. And I want to kind of get a script font, I think. And I think I had seen one that I really liked under M. And let's see, page 2. And we're just going to select Mali Semi-Bold. We're going to add it to our palette, and we're going to go back to our games. All right. So in Moon Magic Monthly, we have our data set. And first we're going to work with our data set. Design is really cool, but let's first work with our data set. Now here's our data set. We have card faces, and we're going to go right into this, and I'm going to click the edit button. So in this, we have quite a few options, and those options are to name our cards. So I have a different suite set, but we're going to leave that suite set right here. I actually don't need instructions in this game. So let me actually close this window a little so we can get down to the bottom. So I'm actually going to scroll over and remove this instructions column. And then what I'm going to do is upload some pictures. So those are pictures of the art that I did before. So we're going to create a new folder, and this new folder is going to be Moon Magic Monthly, and we're going to create that folder. Now what we're going to do is add the images, and I actually just downloaded a bunch of images, and let's see if we can get this out of the way so we can easily, we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to grab some, and then let's see if we can make this a little bit easier. All right, so we're going to grab those. And then we're going to keep grabbing photos so we have all the photos uploaded. Now this is all the art that you guys have been working on. So your backgrounds, your foregrounds. Okay, let me try and see if I can get them all, and I'll bump out the ones that we don't. So I have all the art that I've created here. And I've labeled them February, March, because this is a monthly game. So I'm going to show you where we're going to edit some of these. So in our game, we have some different things. Instead of hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades, we have different. But I'm just going to go right now and choose from our backgrounds, and we have our heart back. I'm going to put that, and that's great. So now what I can do is copy and paste all of these right in, right on top of what we have. All right, and then just to simplify things, we have all of our suites, and we did the heart. So let's grab the heart so I could show you. And we're going to click here again, and we're going to go to, nope, it's not set default value. Heart image. Why is not? Choose from, and then we're going to go down here. I had my heart, and we're going to copy that. We're going to just paste this all along. And you can see as this changes, so will the value of the card. And notice that I'm not doing the last space because that was the joker. So the joker does not have a sweet value. And then I have here simple number. But what I'm going to type here instead of the simple number is the value of the card that we had done before. So this is moon month. But we're going to actually put this as January. February. Oh, wait, this is no, these were numbers. Okay, sorry, that was a number column, so we can't do it there. We're going to, oh, and then we need to change these. So I'm just going to change a couple of these. We have Ace, and Ace was going to be January, so we're going to change this from Ace to January. And then we're going to change this one from 2 to February. And then we're going to change this one to March, just to give us an example. Let's see, March. All right. And then we're going to go back and value of the card. So we're going to have January, February. Now that we've made those edits, we're going to leave this and we're going to go to the designs. And now, as we edited that, we'll go to Open Designer. And some of these aren't going to look quite right because it was designed for the other thing, but we have our this, and then we said, okay, I didn't like that text. So up here, you have your style text, your body, and your body is the Listeria. I think actually that is card back, card value. Okay, so that was that one. So this one, that January is written in card value. So we actually don't want Jolly Lodger. And this is not cooperating nicely. So we're going to just randomly pick. We knew that was not Jolly Lodger. We didn't want that one. So let's just... Oh, Aladdin. We liked Aladdin. All right, so that is what we're going to do. And that's it. You have your cards, your January. Now this is going to slap with finish because it had the other ones, but these are that. So when we go to 2 of hearts, it's going to be all with all of our art, all nice and centered, everything. So on the back, we have our basic card back. What we can do is we're going to change it. We'll delete this. We want to add an image, and our image is going to be in our files. So we had our image in background, I called it, and that's great. We want to actually make sure it's in the bleed area. So in our position and size, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Let's see, is it 500? Nope. Oh, that's the position. 10. Nope. All right, we're gonna fiddle around with this later. You want to make sure it's within the bleed, but I'm gonna make it So I guess 50 was right about. Okay, so with stretch to fill, and it's still not quite cooperating. We're going to proportional to width and height, so we're going to say 600. Oh, no, about 900. All right, so that might be too much. And sometimes you're going to have to fiddle around with things. 850, let's say try 800. And 700 is too small, so 750. Let's try 750. We're going to use this little move tool up here, move it to fill. And now that it's in the red zone, that means that everything we're going to see here is sprinted. So we like that. Now, if you notice, our text underneath got disappeared. So what we could do is either could bump it up so it's at the top, and we can change it to Moon Magic Monthly, and that's good. As soon as we click off, it'll change. We need to position it. We can move it. If we want to have it centered, we can center it. Then we're going to have to move it again. And then I had a cloud that I wanted to add, so we're going to add another layer with a image. Then in that image, we're going to go to, again, to our images, and I had a cloud that I wanted to put on the back because that's a key part of the game. So let's see. And we're still on moving that. So you want to make sure that when you're moving it, you're on the right layer. I'm going to shrink this down. Height, maybe we'll do 300. Oh, that was too small. So 500. Let's see. Let's do 550. And don't worry that it's on top right now because we're going to fix that. Okay, and actually, it's a really good sign that it's covering up this. So we're going to do 650, and we'll see how we like that. Because if it covers up this, it means the words will sit nicely in it. So now, we're going to rename this field right here. We're going to call it Cloud. And then all we have to do to get that text above it here is just use this little arrow, move the text to the top. I'm still not happy with that cloud, so let's go back and make that a 700. I actually don't care if the cloud gets cut off a little. We're still on the moving of the cloud, so let's see. All right, so that would be the back of our cards. That would be the front of our cards. And then here's a really cool trick for making a print and play. If you're ready to export it, I'm going to start the export and then I'm going to end the video because I really don't want all of this. But there's a little arrow down right here and it says download all, download current, and export. You're going to want to export right there. And then you'll see all of this. You want to export everything. And then there's a print and play option right here. You hit print and play and the cut line color is red. And you just start your export. And that's how you will have a set of cards. The set of cards, this base set of cards I have downloaded. Let me see if I can pull that up pretty easily. Let's see. I just open up a folder. Oops, nope. Let me open up downloads. I had that yesterday that I opened up. So that's all the art. CS2. I may not have it, but I could certainly share it with you. And basically that's all you have to do. You do this, and then you will have all your playing cards nice and neat. Let me go back to the faces. So you have your February, or this would be your number 2 cards. Oh, and we had that extra column. So let's create a layer group so I could show you how to bring in a column. In the group position, you want to do that. We're going to grab a text column. And it says this is some text, but this is not what we want. So the text, we want to go ... here. We're going to go to row in the simple number. And that's what we want. So it says copy to clipboard. So we just hit Control V and save. And then here we go. And that's a 2. And so what we want to do is we want to get the 2 down in this corner for our game. So position and size, I can simply grab the little bar, move it. Oh, it's not cooperating nicely. Move. And you know what? Let's just put it. Oh, you know what we can do too? Sometimes left. Let's right align it, and then you know, we just bulked it. So let me go back to left align position. Let me move it back because sometimes it gets cranky. Put it back in the corner where it wants to be. I'm gonna put, and then we're gonna go back to this. We want it right, justified, and we want it on the bottom. And then we can go to position, back to position, and maybe put this at 0 and put this at 0. See what that does. Okay, so we want it a little less. So maybe 60 from the top. And nope, maybe more. There's a lot of fiddling and experiments with this. Oop, no, 150. Let me go lower. All right, well. Okay, so you have to use negative numbers sometimes. Now it's just doing its own thing. So I'm just going to grab it. And that's where I want it. Anyways. So remember we had the text. We have default style body. So if we wanted to go and we wanted to make it like a really cool thing, we can create a style. The font, we're going to do font family, seismic bold. And then we want the font size to be, let's see, 60. Do I want it pretty big? All right. And then let's say, so now what did we call that? Oh, shoot. We called it new style, apparently. Let's call it tech number. Call it number font. So then when we go into here, it says text, position and size, and default styles, and we want body font, or number font, we called it. And actually, so apparently that made it really small. So let's try again. And our number font, let me try it, maybe 120. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, so our number's right there. I think I'm going to move it a little bit. Oops. And I don't know where it just went. Let's zero these back in and see what happens. There we go. All right, so it's in a nice spot. So we have our numbers, our cards, and as we change the template, because if you see like the diamond that didn't have anything, or if we go like the spade, I haven't edited that yet in this. So if we go back, what we have to do is just keep working on our data set. As we fill in our data set with our images, the template will disappear and you'll be able to see all your things. So we have our heart back, our club back, our spade back, and all of that is in there. So as we just go through, click these, get our images in. So March, April. So this would be April. We'll do this again for May. May is M. And once we change that, so we can look at all the May cards, so all the cards with the value of 5, should have this crazy rabbit on it. And so we're going to go back into our designs. When we edit our designs, we're going to look for the card with a value of 5. So our 5 of hearts should have the right background and our icon of gray. And then again, when we go to the next one, the 5 of diamonds, it has the old diamonds and the old background, and it does not have that updated text yet because we didn't change it in the thing. So we have work to do. So we're going to go back and work on our data set. We're going to finish that up. This is what I'm going to do for each and every one of your games. If you need any help, please contact me. We're going to have quite a few weeks of class left. But this is why it's important that you give me your art, because I'm going to put it into this giant spreadsheet in my data set. And once I put all this data in, it works out really well, and we have a card game. So if you guys have any questions, I'll be sharing the print and play with you, the basic print and play, and then I'll show you how to swap things out, or I will help swap things out with you. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.